The name Ong Beng Seng is synonymous with luxury hotels and Formula One in Singapore, but today he's making headlines for a different reason. He's set to plead guilty to a charge linked to former Transport Minister S Iswaran. This case has shaken the nation, raising questions about political integrity, corporate influence, and the strict anti-corruption laws that Singapore prides itself on. But what exactly happened? And why is this case so significant? Stay with us as we break it all down in detail. Ong, the 79-year-old billionaire managing director of Hotel Properties Limited, was charged in October 2024 with 2 offenses. The first charge alleges that he abetted S Iswaran in obtaining an all-expenses-paid trip to Doha in December 2022, worth approximately 20,850 Singapore dollars. The second charge, which he now intends to plead guilty to, involves abetting obstruction of justice. In May 2023, while the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau (CPIB) was investigating Iswaran, Ong paid 5,700 Singapore dollars to Singapore GP for a business-class flight ticket from Doha to Singapore for the same trip. Following a pre-trial conference on February 28, his intention to plead guilty was reflected in the court's case management system. His bail remains at 800,000 Singapore dollars, and in a statement to the Singapore Exchange, HPL confirmed that Ong will plead guilty to the obstruction of justice charge, while the other charge will be taken into consideration during sentencing. Despite this, HPL's nominating committee has stated that Ong remains suitable to carry out his duties as managing director. But this case doesn't just involve Ong. Former Transport Minister S Iswaran has already been convicted and sentenced to 12 months in jail after pleading guilty to 4 charges under Section 165 of the Penal Code. This section forbids public servants from receiving any valuable thing from people with whom they have official dealings. Between 2017 and 2023, Iswaran accepted 403,300 Singapore dollar worth of valuables, including F1 tickets, luxury goods, bottles of alcohol, and even a high-end Brompton bicycle from Ong and construction tycoon Ong Beng Seng. He also obstructed justice by belatedly repaying the cost of a flight to Doha. Iswaran's conviction saw another 30 charges under the same section taken into consideration. However, in a notable turn, he was placed under home detention starting February 7, sparking debate over whether his punishment was too lenient for someone who misused his political position for personal gain. As this saga unfolds, one more detail adds another layer of complexity. Ong Beng Seng has been diagnosed with multiple myeloma, a rare bone marrow cancer. He has been undergoing chemotherapy and previously sought court permission to travel for medical treatment. This raises the question: how will his health impact the upcoming court proceedings and sentencing? With Ong's guilty plea set for April 2, many are watching closely to see what consequences will follow. Should business magnates be held to the same level of accountability as politicians in corruption cases? And does this case reflect a larger issue of corporate influence in politics? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you found this report insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more in-depth coverage on stories that matter.